Welcome into the Brick Lane pregame alongside Ed Wyatt. The three best words in sports: winner, take all. Game number 3 of the Continental Cup between the Killer Bees and the Aces, with the rights for this trophy right here. Who's going to take it? But already so far through the first 2 games, it's been an incredible series, Ed.
It certainly has. Friday night, the Aces were sensational. They put on a master class in all 3 aspects of the game: batting, pitching, fielding. Won that one 12-5. Then last night, the Killer Bees returned the favor with an 8-3 win. They were superb in all 3 aspects of the game. Hit some home runs, had some great pitching. The fielding was sensational as well. So we're looking for a really good game here this afternoon.
It was a power party last night from the Killer Bees. 3 home runs, 1 from Tyler Williams, 1 from Jalen Smith, and 1, actually the second of the series, for Jordan Sickett. Oh, there's one deep to left field. It is gone! And I caught up with Jordan Sickett just moments ago. Down on the field with the Killer Bees catcher, Jordan Sickett. Now, Jordan, you have been red hot. 7 for 9, 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in. We all want to know, how have you been doing this?
Honestly, it's just having these guys behind me. It's a confidence booster to know these guys that are in the lineup. You'll listen to you talk about them on the air and everything. I mean, these guys are electric, and it's just a pleasure to be in the lineup with these guys and hit behind some of these guys. It's been a pleasure.
Not only hitting behind some of the guys, you're the backstop. You're catching some of these guys. Your pitchers had a great performance in last night's game. Could you talk more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I first got here, we had a meeting with our staff, and we were just like, going back and looking at everything with everybody and just really focusing on their command. And the comfortability thing was big for them, just to feel comfortable with where they're at, and attacking the zone, getting ahead, everything like that is very important for them. So, and they executed last night, as you guys saw. It was awesome. So,
what has it been like playing on a spectacle, a worldwide stage like this? Has it lived up to your expectation?
Yeah, absolutely. It's everything and even more than I imagined. It's a lot of fun out here, and it's a pleasure to be here, honestly.
We mentioned it on the broadcast last night, if you guys were watching. Jordan, you dropped out of college to pursue a career with the Killer Bees and to pursue the independent path.
Yeah.
Why did you believe that was going to work?
So, I did decide that school was not for me, going to a university and everything just wasn't in my cards. And I still love baseball very much. And, when I heard about, the program and everything, I was all bought in, everything. And I was... 4 years ago, I decided to take this journey, and I can't see myself anywhere else. Honestly, I'm very proud to be where I'm at. So it's been a really good time here. So, yeah.
I'll say for all of us, I think you made the right choice. Jordan Sickett, thank you so much for joining.
Absolutely, thank you guys.
Sickett has been on fire. Who has the tough task of slowing him down today, Ed?
It is a tough task. It'll be Gunnar Kynes, the crafty veteran left-hander. Pitched in the last series, 4 innings pitched, only gave up 2 runs, 5 strikeouts. We know what he can do in a very important game, and I expect him to be on his best today.
Now, for the Aces, the key to taking home this Continental Cup trophy is the offense, and more specifically, the top of the order that went 2 for 16 in Game 2. That's going to need to change. The big bats are ready. Game number 3 of the Continental Cup. Who will take this beauty home? First pitch coming right up. Welcome into Melbourne Ballpark. Sunday matinee, clear but windy. The Continental Cup will be decided in the next few hours. This series has been a treat already. Why not one more? It's the Killer Bees from the Yinzer Pro League and the Melbourne Aces.
Andrew, it's good to be here. It's good to have a decider. Last series, the Aces had already had sewn up the trophy. Not the case today. We've seen 2 very good games, a 12-5 Aces win Friday night, an 8-3 Killer Bees win last night. This is going to be a good one. And you mentioned the wind, and it appears to be blowing out to left field. And the number of home runs we've seen so far, we could see the launching pad in effect.
The launching pad at Melbourne Ballpark. I like that, Ed. Something we haven't brought up. A new nickname we could go with. Yes, 5 home runs last night. 3 of them by the Killer Bees, 2 by the Aces. There is Will Hardy. He played shortstop last night. He is moving over to third base. And there is the shortstop, Jaden Kim, who got the start on Friday night. His Aces debut was a fine one back over there in the 6th hole. And, of course, Morgan McCullough, number 17, the wizard, Ed, as I call him at second base. He is so nifty with the glove.
Yeah, he's been superb. Great to see the young kids out again. Jaden Kim getting a second shot. Saw his dad, David, of course, longtime scout and former player in the KBO. He's in the house. This is going to be another fun one, Andrew.
And we'll take a moment here for the Australian national anthem.
National anthems of the United States of America and Australia.
We got both anthems.
Little bonus.
Yeah, why not? The Killer Bees hailing from the Yinzer Pro League in Pennsylvania in America. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Aces. Of course, leading off, Aaron Whitefield. Why not? Went 0 for 4 last night, but in game 1, 2 hits, and he's been scouring center field. Dario Gomez, still, he's red hot coming off the first series in left and hitting second. Darryl George, he's back, and he's been making an impact. Hits in each of his first 2 games coming off injury. Ulrich Boyarski, how about 2 home runs in 2 nights? 2 Bojo bombs. Jared Belbin, he went yard last night for the first time in the International Baseball Showdown. A shot to right center field. Luke Napleton has been steady behind the dish. He started every single game in the International Baseball Showdown. Morgan McCullough, the Wizard. The new nickname. He's been doing it on both sides. And Jaden Kim, the young prospect in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization, getting the start at short. And there is another young phenom, Will Hardy, the local kid, playing third base. And on the mound, Gunnar Kynes, and we have Ed to tell you more about this man.
Yeah, well, Gunnar Kynes has been around for a long time, 32-year-old. Spent a year in Brisbane, but look, he's played for 3 or 4 different teams, pitched in Mexico, drafted by the Marlins back in 2015 as we look at the Killer Beast lineup, and that top 5 is tough.
Oh, my gosh. Williams went yard to lead off the game. Tillman Pugh, the super veteran who we had an interview with yesterday, second. 3 and 4, Gideon and Smith. That's a combo you don't want to mess around with. Sickett, Milian, Vitiello, and Jensen and Alexander to finish it off. But Game 3, winner take all in the Continental Cup. Here we go. The first pitch is an off speed in there for a strike.
Yeah, Kynes is very clever with his pitches, and he's going to have to be. Williams 3 for 8 with a home run, as you mentioned. Also got on with a walk and has been hit by a pitch.
Skies one in the infield on pitch number 2. Belbin working towards the mound and makes actually a tough play, having to go up on the mound. It's 1 out in the first.
That might be the first wind-affected play we see out there. We'll keep an eye on that, but a good start there for Gunnar Kynes.
19 degrees Celsius, 35 mile-per-hour wind gusts. 67 Fahrenheit with lots of clouds for all you United States viewers. And it's prime time on the West Coast. Thank you all for joining in. East Coast as well, a little late. Swung on and missed. It's Tillman Pugh, tonight's designated hitter.
Kynes mixes his pitches up a lot. He's got some very, very good accuracy.
Pugh hits one high and deep down the left field line, but it's foul. Woo-hoo. About, 100 exit velo, 105. Maybe 380, 390, 400 foul. That was just smoke.
Jumped off the bat, didn't it?
Well, Tillman Pugh, his first game back from retirement after a 14-year pro career was on Friday night, and he went yard. He did just that. Popped foul, no room for Napleton. Bounces on top of us. The defense behind Kynes in the infield left to right. It's Hardy, Kim, McCullough, and Belbin. And the outfield the same way, Gomez, Whitefield, and Boyarski. And, of course, we have Napleton so kind to wear the cam. Catcher cam. Get a good view all game long. 0-2 to Pugh.
Just missed outside.
Fouled back. As mentioned on the Brick Lane pregame show, Gunnar Kynes pitched last series in the Southern Stars and Stripes Shield. But he went in relief, which was, in some cases, odd, Ed. But he did 4 strong innings, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. He's a no-nonsense guy when it comes to pitching. He likes to attack, mainly uses just the fastball and changeup, so strikes early and often. Gunnar Kynes, 32 years old versus the 36-year-old Tillman Pugh, the veteran matchup. Kynes was drafted to the Marlins in 2015. He made it all the way up to single A ball with the organization. Pugh smokes one to center. Whitefield back near the track and makes the catch. That was hit on the screws.
Certainly was, but 2 reasonably quick outs and brings up Justin Gideon, 4 for 10 in the series, triple and a double.
Three for 6 yesterday. A run batted in. Gideon will take strike 1. It was fun yesterday, Ed, to see the Canadian matchup between Rutsky and Gideon. Kynes hailing from South Carolina, as that one is hit towards right. And unable to get there is Boyarski. It's extra bases, and cruising into second with 2 outs is Justin Gideon.
Well, he continues to be a hot hitter and brings up another hot hitter. If it weren't for Sickett, this guy would be the Killer Bees MVP. Jalen Smith 5 for 8, and he also has a home run.
Jalen Smith cleaning up, but isn't it interesting? The guy who's 7 for 9 with 2 home runs and 7 runs batted in is batting 5th. It says a lot about the depth of this Killer Bees lineup.
Top of the lineup stacked. If the bottom of the lineup ever gets going, Aces could be in a little bit of trouble.
Troublesome for sure, Ed. So in each of the first 2 games, the Killer Bees jumped out to a lead in the first inning, looking to do it again. They have been applying the pressure. Smith, high into left field. Back towards the track is Gomez, looking for it, and it is gone. Jalen Smith goes yard in back-to-back games. Oh, my.
You could really see Gomez trying to track that down, and the wind just kept going and going, and eventually you can see the flags blowing out there to the left, and you can just see that thing just flew.
The Killer Bees just love the first inning. They've homered in every first inning of this entire 3-game series. What is it?
It's extraordinary, isn't it?
Sickett grounds one to short. Kim Fields makes a strong throw in time. But Jalen Smith goes yard. Another early lead for the Killer Bees. It's 2-0, home half of the first coming your way.
When enjoying a punt, easy does it with Punt 123. Punt123.bet is your home for all your punting needs with same race multis and same game multi options, including daily promotions on all the major sporting and racing events. It's punting made easy. Get in the game with Punt 123. Visit punt123.bet or download the app today.
Gamble responsibly. If gambling becomes an issue for you, call 1-800-858-858.
All-Star Access Hire are your access equipment specialists. We have an extensive range of state-of-the-art equipment, and we pride ourselves on delivering outstanding customer service. We have the youngest fleet of equipment in Victoria, and we are consistently adding new machines. We get to know our customers and form partnerships with them. This video is of our partnership with the Victorian Government at Reservoir Station. All-Star Access Hire are proud sponsors of the Melbourne Aces and our All-Star Bar.
Welcome back, everyone. Game 3, the finale, winner-take-all in the Continental Cup. And the Killer Bees scored 2 on this home run that was possibly aided with the wind, as you saw how far Gomez had to go to find it. But it found its way out.
It was like he was doing a race. You know how they race mascots out in center field?
The freeze for the Atlanta Braves beat the freeze running on the track. I love it, Ed.
That's what it looked like because the wind was just carrying that thing.
2-run lead for Nathan Gilman, native of Chino Hills, California. And Ed, from our neck of the woods, he played his college ball at Willamette University.
There you go.
In Salem, Oregon.
Yes. Very small school.
4 college seasons. 9-5 record in 29 starts. 4.64 ERA. Took a break from baseball, but returned in 2024 to play indie ball. Played in the Pioneer League. And also played in the Atlantic League with Charleston in 2025. Once again, we talked about it. A key to the game, Ed, is the top of the order for the Aces, who we've seen slug all international baseball showdown long, except last night where they went 2 for 16.
Definitely an anomaly last night. You would expect these bats to wake up today, especially, a guy like Aaron Whitefield.
First pitch to Whitey. Went 0 for 4 last night, 2 strikeouts, but game 1, He did go 2 for 5, scored 2 runs, and drove 1 in. Big rip and a miss.
Yeah, so in the first game, Killer Bees got 2, but the Aces came right back with 4 in the bottom of the first. Yesterday, Killer Bees had 3. Aces didn't score until the 4th inning yesterday.
It was one heck of a pitching performance from the Killer Bees in Game 2. It was Gustafson, Fearman, and then Johnstone, who was lighting up the radar gun at 96.
Saw him before the game, had a nice chat with him, said he felt really good out there. He certainly did from watching him.
Ball 3. I would hope so, Ed, because if you're throwing like that, imagine if he said he didn't feel great. You're like, what do you actually have in the tank? What do you have? You got 99? Like what? Hitters count to Whitefield, the spark plug of this lineup. Whitefield skies one to shallow right field. Coming on is Gideon, fighting the wind and making the catch.
I think you're going to hear that phrase, fighting the wind, probably 3 or 4 more times tonight. It is a swirling, strong breeze.
It's going one way, it's going the other, and for you United States viewers who don't know much about Melbourne or Australia, this is kind of what you get. Weather is crazy. 1 second, like we saw in yesterday's game last night where we went in an hour rain delay. It was sunny, then there was lightning all of a sudden as Gomez steps in and takes ball 1. The 4 seasons of Melbourne. You seriously get 4 seasons in one day, and that's coming from me, a guy from the Northwest. It's something over here.
It is.
Called strike Gomez. 2 runs batted in through the first 2 games of this series. Chop to third base. Again, a game of centimeters. See, I fixed it, Ed.
Good work.
No longer inches.
Good work.
Again, we're going by feet in the outfield. 370 to center.
Yep.
300 straight up down both of the lines. Ed, I've never seen the wind blow in here. You've been here for a while. How often do you see that?
Usually it does. That's the weird thing. This year's been very different. Bit of an outlier this year. Normally you come here and the wind comes in and you don't see that many home runs. I don't know what you've brought with you across the Pacific, but we've seen way more right to left wind since you've arrived.
I brought that sauce, Ed.
I think you did.
That's what you call it. 2-2 to Gomez. Another 3-ball count.
Looks like Sickett may have got a little stinger on his hand there.
Sickett, not only has he been swinging it, but a great backstop as well.
Yeah, something definitely on that one of those fingers. It's just not great if you're a catcher.
Gilman to Gomez, full count. Wow, swung on and missed. Nasty stuff from the right-hander.
Yeah, he's worked those 2 full counts and then delivered.
And that one looked like an off-speed that fooled Gomez. He was late on it, but that was kind of an excuse-me poke or just trying to stay alive. 2 down for Darryl George. Played third base in each of the first 2 games, now playing designated hitter.
.87 miles an hour on that fastball.
0-2. Georgie would be a good guy in this elimination game or winner-take-all game to get going for the Aces.
Yep.
The 15-year ace, Darryl George, on an international stage, down 0-2. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back punch-outs for Nathan Gilman. A 1-2-3 first inning. Killer Bees up 2 in this winner-take-all. Welcome back. Remember, scan the QR code, head to the Aces Fan Zone. You can ask us a question here on the broadcast. And also, we're still giving away that signed Greg Bird baseball. We're choosing one commenter who's also subscribed to Aces TV, to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You're watching it right now. All you have to do is go below the logo and click subscribe so you never miss out on another game. A lot more fun to go. Series 2 of the International Baseball Showdown. 6 total. And the Aces just announced the Hanwha Eagles as first pitch is hit towards Whitey in center, and he should have no issue out number 1. Down goes Milian.
Yeah, this is that bottom of the order that I talked about. Milian has 1 hit in the series. Vitiello 0 for 3. Jensen 0 for 4. Alexander 1 for 5. So this is one of those areas where, and I don't expect him to, but Kynes doesn't want to mess around. They want to get these guys out, throw some strikes, no free passes.
Vitiello steps in, playing second base. 0-2, and just like you said, right on cue, Ed, attack. At this part of the order, it's 0-2.
Yep.
Vitiello goes down on 3 pitches.
Yeah, so you're not throwing as many pitches. You're getting through it quickly. You get out, and you save yourself, potentially earn yourself an extra inning, really, of pitching.
Well, it feels like we just got back from break, and it's 2 outs already. Yeah. Fooled him, and it looked like the changeup that he often goes to. Very similar arm slot and delivery to his fastball. He's actually tried to manipulate Kynes. Tried to manipulate his fastball and changeup to have the same spin rate, Ed.
Right.
So it looks exactly the same until the very end. It drops off a cliff. Well, another deep fly ball, left field foul. This time coming from Jensen.
Yeah, he was way ahead of that, but certainly got a lot of bat on it. Made a tremendous play at third base last night.
Oh, he was flashing the leather over there at the hot corner. Another changeup that fools a Killer Bees hitter. And Gunnar Kynes is on the verge of a Guinness World Record for the world's fastest inning. 1-2. A bounce back from 2 runs in the first. Jensen and Vitiello, actually both played at St. Peter's University, Division I. 2-2 is fouled, and Jensen will live another pitch.
And that one got Napleton as well. So both catchers have had little niggles on their hands.
Oh, well, you can see it front and center on our catcher view. Let's do it again. 2 down, 2-2 in the second, but stepping out is Jensen to collect himself. Smokes one foul. And you don't want to play around here with Jensen because on deck, 9-hole hitter is Evan Alexander, who's talented himself, who we saw hit near the top of the order in games 1 and 2. So Yuta Okazaki, the manager, once again tinkering with his lineup.
Yeah, it seemed to have worked, to be honest, the changes he's made.
It worked masterfully in game number 2.
Yeah.
Everything worked. He changed it just a little bit, a few guys here and there from game 1 to game 2, and we saw them jump out to that 5-0 lead. And you mentioned it last night that he was playing chess. Foul ball. And not enough room, but Napleton catches it on the bounce.
Does that count?
Hopefully.
Is that half an out?
Banana ball it counts, possibly.
That's right.
But the way he was moving towards it, it looked like he was just going to catch it straight up.
Yeah, I
Good
agree.
stuff.
Yeah, I know. I thought he had a line on it.
All right, 9th pitch of the at-bat. Kynes to Jensen. Jensen can't get it. So back-to-back punch-outs, a 1-2-3 second. Very good inning from Gunnar Kynes. Home half of the second coming your way.
One Love is there for the moments with the people you love the most. To share the highs and the lows together. It's the one for all people, all times, and all places. Brick Lane's One Love Pale Ale. It's the one for all.
With Light and Easy, you can lose weight and enjoy more free time with delicious, healthy meals starting from $7.95 each. Enjoy Australia's best ready-made meal delivery service as awarded by CanStar Blue. Visit lightandeasy.com.au today.
Welcome back, everyone. That man, Nathan Gilman, had a fine first inning, 1-2-3, and 2 strikeouts. Now he faces the heart of the Aces order, Boyarsky, Belbin, and Napleton, 4, 5, and 6. Joshua, it has been a great series with many home runs. What has been the furthest home run in this series, and how many feet?
Would have been that one last night. What did that go?
393?
Yeah, something like that.
I believe Sickett was 393.
Yeah. That we haven't had measurements on all of them, but I do recall that one from last night.
No, a few of them have actually gotten lost, unfortunately. But I think the ones that were pulled had the chance to go the farthest. What do you think, Ed? It was Sickett?
Yeah, I think. Well, that's all we've got to go on for the moment.
Boyarsky to right field. There's Gideon. A long way to go! He can't get there.
Wow.
It's extra bases for Ulrich Boyarsky.
What did you say? What's your phrase? Fighting the wind?
Fighting the wind. It just looked like a routine pop-up. Looked like Gideon was going to cruise and make the catch, and all of a sudden he just had to keep going.
Yeah, it's just,
See, he's cruising, and then he's, oh no, still a long way. Tough spot, too, right down the line. Boyarsky continues his extra base hit streak. He passes the torch to a guy who went yard last night, Jared Belbin. Belbin hacking on the first pitch.
That wind just adds another dynamic, doesn't it? Because that's an automatic out in any time there's no wind. But suddenly that turns into a double. You got a man in scoring position after that routine should have been out.
0-2. The elements are playing a factor early in Game 3 of the Continental Cup.
Yeah, if you're Gilman, you've done exactly your job. You got to pop up to right field. That's an out. Suddenly you got to go on second.
From a hitter who has been feeling it too,
correct.
A guy who likes to go out of the yard.
Yeah.
Gilman gets Belbin on 3 pitches.
3 strikeouts.
Third strikeout.
Yeah,
I was on that too, Ed.
Yeah, wow.
79. Drops down about 9, 10 miles per hour from his fastball speed. Clearly, Gilman was not fazed by that double aided by the wind. Now it's Napleton. Napleton into center field, but Alexander camps under it. Boyarsky has no room to tag. There are 2 down.
So it looks like right field is the Bermuda Triangle of wind. We've seen Whitefield make a couple plays in center. Alexander made that play, no problem. The home run to left field, different, but the right field seems to be the issue.
Yeah, I don't know where the wind's going, Ed. Look at the flags. I mean, just all over the place. Yeah. McCullough with 2 down, a runner in scoring position, trying to crack through for the Aces' first run. You don't see that often. Ball gets away from Gilman on the throwback from Sickett. The youngsters on deck, Kim and Hardy.
You remember that from Little League where the catcher would throw it back and it would sail into center field?
Absolutely.
Everyone would score.
Inside, gets away from Sickett. Boyarsky will take another 90 feet. Can the Aces be opportunistic?
Actually thought
the
that
runner
hit
on
him,
third.
but it didn't. No.
Counted as a wild pitch. McCullough, a wizard on defense. Can he be a wizard with the wood? Called strike
with
to make
the
it 2-1. Or with the wand. Well, the wand is made out of wood.
A wizard wand, you know.
Ed, you're always trying to one-up me, man. I can't take it with you anymore.
No,
I'm quitting tomorrow.
I'm trying to help you. It's called mentoring.
No, seriously, this is the reason I came here. I knew I was going to be mentored by you. That's why I came all the way 8,000 miles away.
That's frightening to hear you say that. You came here for the weather. You can't lie to me.
Oh, my gosh. And then the weather turned out to be 4 seasons in one day, and I was like, oh, no. With my one pair of pants. 3-1.
Oh.
McCullough thought he had first base.
He did.
And the home plate umpire, Jeff Dunn, says no, sir. Jeff Dunn behind the plate. Casey Cook at first. Josh Matavesi at second. And it's now a payoff pitch. Smoked into center field. Morgan McCullough makes it a 2-1 game.
Just gets it done, doesn't he? Just gets it done.
He says, I won't take it the easy way. I'll do it the hard way. You were going to walk me, put me on? Well, I'll just get a base hit then.
He is something special.
McCullough, the wizard with the wand, casts his spell. You a Harry Potter guy, Ed?
Yeah. I liked it. Well, the young son, we watched them. Yeah, I liked it.
All right, Jaden Kim with 2 down. In game 1 on Friday, his first time playing in an Aces uniform, hit a sac fly, reached base multiple times.
A little bit of everything, didn't he? Hit by pitch, had some plays in the field.
Fouled away. Kim was born in South Korea. He has great bloodlines. His father, David, was the first Australian to break into the KBO. You mentioned that, Ed, on Friday. Played 7 seasons with the LG Twins, but Kim moved over here, or moved down here to Australia in 2021. Ground ball, fielded cleanly by Jensen. Throws to first in time, but the wizard, Morgan McCullough, gets an RBI single, and it's now 2-1, headed into the 3rd inning.
At the Sporting Globe, we're a little different to other pubs and bars. We have more than just cooks, we have chefs. We have more than bar service, we have table service. We have more than specials, we have specialties. We have more than live sporting events, we have atmosphere. And we have more than customers, we have fans. It's more than a sports bar, it's a Sporting Globe.
And those are the flags we're talking about. Crazy wind right now, Ed.
So that's left field. They're continuing to blow from right to left. Then you can see the trees in the background, how swirly that wind is. Even though the flags are going to the left, they're also now, you can see, reversing. And as we move over through that eye, now they're going sort of left to right and swirling all around. So it becomes an incredibly difficult outfield to play when the ball is up there for a long time.
You nailed that. That was a great segment on wind. First pitch in for a strike.
Wind with Wyatt.
Wind with Wyatt. How do you always have something? You always got something in the back pocket. First pitch from Kynes to Alexander is strike 1. Wow. Got him tied up. So Kynes gave up 2 in the first, then went 1-2-3 with 2 punchies in the second, on the verge of picking up his 3rd strikeout here. Alexander went 1 for 3 in game 1. 0 for 2 in game 2 last night, but walked twice. He did score a run. He was productive. So you want to talk about it in former team terms, Major League. We have a former Miami Marlin versus a former Yankee. Popped in the infield. Making the catch is Napleton. He got one. He's not going to let that one bounce off the net.
No, he's not. That must have been Napleton.
Catcher's cam. We're going to have to tell him.
That's when he threw off.
Yeah, we're going to have to tell him you're going to need to keep it on.
Yeah.
We're going to be like,
can't take him out.
Napleton, keep it on so we can actually see it.
Yeah. What's more important?
Williams coming up with bad intentions on that swing, 0-1. The Georgia native having a great series. Parking lot ball. Tyler Williams, still young, only 25 years old. Played 5 college seasons at Arkansas Little Rock, where in 225 games, he had a .304 average, 29 bombs, and 75 stolen bases. He filled up the stat sheet during his time at Arkansas Little Rock. Got him swinging. Wow. Gunnar Kynes is really feeling it.
He's just so efficient. And he's not blowing you away with 96-mile-an-hour speed. It's just that pinpoint, tricky, consistent pitching.
You're right. He has been efficient. This will be his 37th pitch coming to Tillman Pugh. Pugh lifts one towards the Aces dugout. Not enough room for Jared Belbin. And it's straight to the fans.
That's just like ho-hum. Oh, there it is. Thanks. It's got a ball.
Little kid has a memory.
That was so good. It just came right to him. No wind-affected bounce there, was it?
No.
Just right to him.
Pugh cannot catch up. 0-2. Lifted again in the infield. Foul ground. Napleton.
Oh. The second one where
he's right there on the net. The designers of the ballpark weren't thinking enough, Ed, when they made this. Could have extended it a couple more.
Well, I tell you what, if you saw this ballpark 15 years ago, Andrew, it has been unbelievable the work that Brett Ralph, Mick Wern, and the whole crew have done here.
Let's do it again. And it rolls right back to home plate for home plate umpire Jeff Dunn. But on that note, Ed, the home plate club for the Aces is awesome. Those couches.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
great place
you
to
get
watch.
A front row seat to the action. You get couches. You can go inside and get drinks. It is one heck of a time. 0-2. Kynes to Pugh. It's turned into a pretty good at-bat. And as you said, Kynes was working efficiently. These are the kind of at-bats that the Killer Bees would like to have to increase his pitch count, get a hot hand out of the game as early as they can. Close but no cigar. 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with this being a Sunday, third game of the series, the longer Kynes can go, the better for the Aces bullpen.
Got him swinging. Gunnar Kynes, another 1-2-3 inning. It's 2-1. Killer Bees still lead. Bottom of the third coming right up.
When enjoying a punt, easy does it with Punt 123. Punt123.bet is your home for all your punting needs with same race multis and same game multi options, including daily promotions on all the major sporting and racing events. It's punting made easy. Get in the game with Punt 123. Visit punt123.bet or download the app today.
Gamble responsibly. If gambling becomes an issue for you, call 1-800-858-858.
Welcome back to Melbourne Ballpark. Bottom three, Killer Bees leading 2-1. In the winner-take-all game number 3 of the Continental Cup, and the trophy will be presented after the game. All right. Pat Torrey, Joe's mom, once again, Mama Torrey, just a comment. Thank you again for having all the players and coaches to play with the Aces. Such a great opportunity for everyone. The Yinzer League started during the pandemic and was very successful. Good luck to all. Mama Torrey, thank you so much for the comment.
Absolutely.
We love highlighting everyone. That's what it's all about, giving everyone a stage to showcase their play and also, Ed, tell their story. I mean, the stories on the Killer Bees are pretty remarkable, as it's the first pitch to Hardy. He puts down a bunt down the third baseline. Going to be a tough play. And Hardy beats it out.
How about that?
Crafty from Will Hardy, his first hit in Melbourne Ballpark as an ace.
Give him the ball. Great stuff.
Now,
really
Hardy
smart.
did play in Korea in the KBO Fall League and hit over 300. So we know he is that guy and can play against high-level competition. He's hit the ball hard a few times in the past few series, but finally on that one, it's funny, Ed. You hit the ball hard, you don't get the hit, and then on a bunt, it's down in the score sheet. So, top of the order, no one down. Going to be a challenge for Gilman.
Of course, Whitey then has to show bunt.
And back on Mama Torrey's point, the Yinzer Pro League, they've signed the most players to MLB Partner Leagues for 4 years in a row, from 2020, their inception, as she mentioned, to 2024. A check-in on Hardy.
Yeah, that is impressive. And just from meeting the guys, Joe Torrey, Sip Garza, you know, they just very, very, very impressive individuals. Yuta Okazaki as well, too, who's managing.
Personally, I don't want them to leave. They're great here. They're great for baseball here in Australia. Those guys bring a different type of energy that you don't see every day.
Yeah.
Whitey will watch one inside. But the first of its kind International Baseball Showdown, Series number 2. Talent from all around the world coming in to Melbourne Ballpark, including in February, the Aces v. Hanwha Sky Battle versus the KBO Hanwha Eagles. Whitefield rips one through the left side. Back-to-back hits to start the third for the Aces.
Only a matter of time before Whitey got that hit. We knew it was coming.
Could get dangerous real quick for Gilman. It's now Gomez, George, and Boyarski. And I think Sip Garza thinks the exact same we're thinking, Ed, because he's heading out to the mound for a little visit, check in on his arm, and there is some activity in the pen, and oh my, it's Tyler Fearman again, who pitched last night.
Wow.
He went 2 2/3, and he pretty much shut down the Aces.
Interesting.
The 20-year-old is up and going. I'm almost shocked to see him going again.
This early, I agree.
And
I
this
thought
early,
maybe
too.
if you needed him late, you know, he might be able to come in and do an inning or
An
something.
inning or so, but
early.
Wow.
I think I want to just get on the same page here with 2 men on, no outs.
And I said it could get dangerous fast for Gilman, but again, you can roll one up the middle with the infield pinching in. You could still get a double play, and it could change the look of things real quick if he can roll up a soft serve, but that ball gets away from Sickett. The throw to third. Oh, what a catch by Jensen to save a run. That saved a run. High throw from Sickett. He was able to climb the ladder. A very good play from the third baseman.
I thought that was going into left field for sure. It just takes off. And look at Jensen get up.
Wow. Wow. What's his vertical? 40 inches?
Jeez. Another great play from him at third.
Runners on the corners now for Gomez. There goes Whitey on a hit and run, and he'll have to go back to first. Ball rolls back and actually lands on Gomez. If you notice, Ed, in right field, Gideon is playing very shallow.
He is.
The rest of the outfield playing normal depth.
And I think Boyarski's playing in a similar place. Maybe not that shallow, but yeah, maybe it's something to do with that wind again. I don't know.
Infield playing normal depth for the Killer Bees. 1-1 to Gomez. Big rip and a miss. Wow, a strikeout here could be huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely monumental for Gilman. Once again, Game 3 of the Continental Cup. The series tied 1-1. Every moment is tense. In the dirt. Good block by Sickett, but Whitefield will easily take second. So no more grounded 6-4-3 or 4-6-3 double play opportunity. As a Gomez hit could even take the lead for the Aces. In the dirt, another fine block from Sickett. Count runs full. And at this point, Ed, you have first base open. At that point, do you think about even giving him the free pass? Obviously not intentionally walking, but
yeah,
you don't want to give him something too good.
No, I agree. I think
when you
you're
have
right.
first base
Yep.
open.
Yep. And George on deck, who has been struggling, let's be honest.
Fair point. Full count, Gilman to Gomez.
On the other hand, it is Darryl George. If he gets hold of one, it's a grand slam.
Yep, two big hitters on deck and in the hole. It's George and Boyarski. Off the label foul.
Staying alive. Good battle here.
Dario Gomez in a big spot. A Pioneer League legend in the United States. First player to hit 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases in that league. And he has been fantastic in his young career with the Aces. Gomez check swing. He did not go. It's ball 4, and the bases are loaded with no one out for the Aces.
Well, here we go.
For Darryl George. And what do they say, Ed? Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema in a winner-take-all Game 3. And another mound visit. And that will be the end of the line for Nathan Gilman. Goes just over 2 innings, and it brings on the 20-year-old Tyler Fearman in the biggest moment of his pitching career. We'll take a quick break. Bases loaded, no one out for the Aces in the third.
All-Star Access Hire are your access equipment specialists. We have an extensive range of state-of-the-art equipment, and we pride ourselves on delivering outstanding customer service. We have the youngest fleet of equipment in Victoria, and we are consistently adding new machines. We get to know our customers and form partnerships with them. This video is of our partnership with the Victorian Government at Reservoir Station. All-Star Access Hire are proud sponsors of the Melbourne Aces and our All-Star Bar.
Well, things are getting pretentious early. Killer Bees lead 2-1 in the bottom of the third, but nobody out, bases loaded for the Aces. Mr. Ace, Darryl George, the designated hitter, and he's facing Tyler Fearman. Now, Tyler Fearman had a strong 2 2/3 innings last night, not long ago, just a few hours ago it feels like, allowing only one earned run, and he struck out both Aaron Whitefield and Darryl George. He looked comfortable in both at-bats. He is the youngest player on the Killer Bees. He goes to a very small school in Florida called Edward Waters, but he has an electric arm. His staff absolutely raves about his potential.
Now, the other switch, it looks to me, Andrew, that Yuta Okazaki, the manager and also the catcher, has now replaced Jordan Sickett. So maybe that was that little injury we saw early on when Sickett seemed to be hit by a foul ball, I think.
I'll say once again, Ed, absolute cinema.
Wow.
We have a guy who just pitched last night, an electric talent. We have manager in the game at catcher, bases loaded. Oh my, winner-take-all game number 3. Here we go. George comes up hacking.
So we say manager, but Okazaki has been playing. It's not like we threw a 70-year-old Sparky Anderson out there.
No.
Behind the plate.
Yuta Okazaki played in AAA for the Atlanta Braves. Ball gets away from Okazaki. Here comes Hardy, and the game is tied.
Wow.
Will Hardy playing small ball, gets the bunt to score.
Yeah. You're right. Bunt, wild pitch, wild pitch.
Bunt, wild pitch, wild pitch. Yep. Exactly how Hardy will plate the second run of the game. Both runners advance as well. Now second and third for George. Still no one out. Wow, fooled him. A tough ask for a pitcher. Yeah, come in the third inning, bases loaded, no one out.
Yeah.
A little interesting, or it will be interesting to see how Fearman can handle himself in a moment like this. Once again, biggest spot in his career. Good block from Okazaki.
Yeah, suddenly the catchers in this inning have had to do so much blocking.
100%. In on the hands. Fouled. Fearless from Fearman. He's just going straight after the vet.
I feel like this inning is a big inning in terms of the bigger picture here of the game. See what the Aces can do, or can the Killer Bees get out of it with just a couple of runs maybe.
Got him swinging. Tyler Fearman strikes out Darryl George.
Yeah, that's impressive right there.
Oh, man, does he have his number, and you saw the frustration on the face of George. So far, everything that the Killer Bee staff said about Fearman has been backed up. It's now Boyarski, swings at the first pitch, and he fouls it down the third base line.
Yeah, I'm looking at Gideon in right field. He's literally halfway, more than halfway from the fence to the infield.
But remember, Ed, what happened on Boyarski's last at-bat. It was a shallow ball in right that ended up as a double. Well, this one is cranked towards left field. High and deep. It's another Bojo bomb. Third of the series. This time it's a 3-run shot. The Aces lead 5-2 in the winner-take-all Game 3 of the Continental Cup.
Just continues to do it, doesn't he? Continues to tee you up with those Bojo bomb calls, and what a shot. Just the wind obviously helps, but didn't need much help.
I don't think there was wind needed. That was a pretty swing.
He was under that beautifully. No, you're right. Whew.
Well, Ed, maybe we need to do our master dry cleaners read early. Look at this. The big coffee spill.
Oh, no, on the
master
beige
dry cleaners.
pants.
On the beige pants. Horrible.
Bad.
Base is empty. 1 down. It's Jared Belbin. Belbin struck out in the second. Lifted into center. Moving back is Alexander. And finally camps under it for out number 2.
Yeah, it's a tricky one going that deep. Gonna really have to hit it hard to send it out. Send it out of the ballpark to center field, that's for sure.
Why are you laughing, Ed?
Just seeing how you're trying to, a little peek behind the curtain here with it. Spilled coffee.
Oh, it's
pants.
bad. Rip. Rest in peace, beige pants. I was supposed to wear these out tonight, too, on the town. These are my favorite pants.
Better get on the line to Master Dry Cleaners.
Master
ASAP.
Dry Cleaners, your
ASAP.
read is coming throughout the game.
Can they get someone out here as in an
emergency?
emergency?
SOS. We need someone now. 2 outs. Luke Napleton. Napleton flew out to center his last time up. So this is dangerous for the Killer Bees because on the other side, Gunnar Kynes is really settled in.
Yes.
And now a 3-run cushion for a guy who's had back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. And also at a low pitch count. We talked about this off air on the commercial break, that how many innings do you think Kynes could go? With this pitch count, probably 6. You were saying 5. I think 6.
Yeah.
He's been very efficient. We'll get more into that on the other side. It's 2-2. Fearman to Napleton. You know, just a thought, why don't we get Napleton with the camera when he's hitting, too? I mean, we should just always have a camera on Luke Napleton. Even on a random Tuesday, not even a game day. We just put a camera on him all the time, always.
Getting his coffee.
Just getting his coffee. We see what it looks like. Napleton cam is always great. He spoils a payoff pitch. We'll get one more. Napleton, a University of Louisville guy out of the ACC, Cardinals. He'll take ball 4, a 2-out base runner for the Aces, already after scoring 4 in this third.
Connor Gleason warming up in the bullpen for the Killer Bees, another New Zealander.
We have not seen him yet in this series, but his Kiwi friend last night, Elliot Johnstone, was something to watch.
Sure was. And that's a dangerous walk because now you've got McCullough coming up.
Whoa, watch out. Thankfully, everyone's okay. It just snuck by the protective netting at, 90 exit velo. Could have taken someone's head off, but instead it takes a windshield, most likely.
That was flying. Long inning for the Killer Bees.
So McCullough from America, from Seattle. And on that note, Ed, for all our Americans watching, Fernando Mendoza won the Heisman Trophy just a few hours ago. Indiana quarterback, I thought it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Chopped. Second base. Vitiello Fields makes the throw. It's a tough one, but my, oh my. Million. And that'll do it, but not before the Aces get 4, and they're up by 3 headed into the 4th inning.
At the Sporting Globe, we're a little different to other pubs and bars. We have more than just cooks, we have chefs. We have more than bar service, we have table service. We have more than specials, we have specialties. We have more than live sporting events, we have atmosphere. And we have more than customers, we have fans. It's more than a sports bar, it's a Sporting Globe.
We've got Kids Cam happening here, folks. Let's have some love around the park. Yeah, nice, thank you. Here we go, folks. Kids Cam. Thank you. Beautiful work, thank you very much. Lots of love here at the ballpark. It's a Sunday afternoon. Kids Cam, up the back there. There you are. We found you. Kids Cam. Just on the tree, if you like.
Welcome back. That man, Gunnar Kynes, has sat down his last 7 batters faced. He's really feeling himself. Now faces 3, 4, and 5 in the order for the Killer Bees. Gideon, Smith, and Okazaki. Wow, smoked high to right field. Backtracking is Boyarsky, and he makes a diving play.
Almost got burned by playing very shallow, didn't he? But he jumped on it and fought the wind off and made the play.
He did. He won the battle with the wind.
Yes. See how far in he's playing, and has to go back to what you would call a normal depth, probably.
Good point. We'll tally it up. 8 in a row retired by Kynes. On the inside corner, strike 1 to Jalen Smith. He was the one who went yard in the first inning. The 2-run shot for the Killer Bees. Homers in back-to-back games.
Now I see Jordan Sickett in the on-deck circle, so I'm guessing he's not catching. He's probably moved to the DH slot. And Okazaki will then replace Pugh, potentially? We'll see.
We'll see how the shifts are. But many shifts for the Killer Bees. We'll try our best to keep everyone updated. Wow, fooled him. 3 pitches is all it takes for Kynes to sit down Smith.
She said, this way we may get a complete game.
Seriously, you were talking 5? I said at least 6, but man, Kynes, 9 in a row.
You did.
Fifth strikeout as well. Last chance in the 4th. Sickett to left field, but it's right at Gomez. Wow, another fast inning for Gunnar Kynes. It's 10 in a row retired. The Aces lead by 3, home half of the 4th coming right up.
One Love is there for the moments with the people you love the most. To share the highs and the lows together. It's the one for all people, all times, and all places. Brick Lane's One Love Pale Ale. It's the one for all.
With Light and Easy, you can lose weight and enjoy more free time with delicious, healthy meals starting from $7.95 each. Enjoy Australia's best ready-made meal delivery service as awarded by CanStar Blue. Visit lightandeasy.com.au today.
Welcome back. Aces up 5-2 after that huge 4 spot in the third inning. In Game 3, winner-take-all of the Continental Cup, we have a question. E from USA, we were watching the Windy pregame show and couldn't see Andrew's eyes through the hair. Do they have barbers in Australia? That is my mom. No, Mom, I'm continuing to grow the flow. You know, it is a little windy, but when it's not windy, I promise you, I assure you, it looks good. You can FaceTime me after the game and have a front and center look.
You're going against the tide here in Australia where that sort of fade sort of thing is in style. Now, the mullet's sort of
I
on
see
the
a
way
lot
out.
of mullets.
There
No,
are
I
a
see,
few.
like,
There are a
every
few.
dude my age has a mullet and a mustache here.
Yeah.
And they all look the same.
Yeah, they're very similar. Yeah. So you are fighting against the tide with that look. I don't mind it, but I think your mom is
My mom
potentially
hates it.
right in terms
Yep.
of it being
Well, it's just super
wind
windy. I
affected.
mean, it's the wind. We have swirling winds. You just never know.
Might need to blow dry it a little more and then put some spray on it. What do you think?
I'm all natural. I don't do any sprays, any products. This is all natural hair.
Eve, we are doing our best to keep him under control here. It's not always easy, but we're doing our best.
Man on the mound, it's a new one. It's Connor Gleason, another Kiwi. He's from Auckland. In 2025, played for the Bayside Wolves. His highest level of ball is in the Atlantic League. He will face Kim, Hardy, and Whitefield in the fourth. And also defensive changes. Sickett is now playing first base. Okazaki, of course, behind the plate.
Yeah, so Milian is the one who departs, and Pugh does stay into DH. So I was wrong about that, trying to figure that out. Sickett just moves to first, Milian out, and Okazaki replaces Sickett behind the plate.
Foul ball 1-2.
Nice sunny day at the ballpark, but as we've talked about incessantly, very, very windy.
1-2, Gleason to Kim. Now Gleason has experience in Australia, as we'll get the pitch in the dirt. 2 seasons in the ABL, Auckland in 2023, and Brisbane in 2024. Played college ball in the United States, so he's well-traveled. 2-2, got him swinging. Nasty stuff from Connor Gleason. Will Hardy ought to be feeling pretty good, Ed. First hit at home in an Aces uniform. It was on a bunt. Came around to score. Got dirty.
Started the rally, didn't it? Really?
It really did.
Yeah.
The Aces once again fighting back in this game. In all 3 games of this Continental Cup, the Killer Bees had a first inning lead. They scored 2, and you're thinking, oh no, here we go. But the Aces bounce back into it with 4 in the 3rd. Now sitting on top by 3. Well hit, but foul.
And that was really a great team inning, Andrew. We mentioned Hardy bunting his way on, advancing a couple wild pitches. Whitefield with a single. Gomez draws a walk. Then Boyarsky hits that home run. So a little bit of everything in that inning.
Killer Bees, obviously, step number 1 is sit down the Aces in this inning, but they have to be thinking, we need to get Kynes out of this game any way we can. Get his pitch count up, have him walk some batters, whatever it takes.
I think there's a hole in my...
All right, everyone, 3-1 count to Will Hardy, but we have a special guest, Luke Napleton, joining us. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Awesome. All right, Luke, so you've caught every game. You've started at catcher every single game in this International Baseball Showdown. How do you do it? How are you so durable, man? How do you take care of yourself?
Oh, I just live in the weight room. Take pride in my body. A lot of flexibility, mobility. But it's just three games a weekend, and then we get the rest of the week off. So, a lot of rest time. But hey, you just got to fight through the weekend. I feel great right now.
I have another question. This one's about your past. I mean, this summer you were in the Minnesota Twins farm system, A-ball and high A-ball, 16 total games. How was that experience?
That was good stuff. Yeah, I got signed and then played well in low A, went to high A, and then had a great time. Great group of guys. Thankful for the organization for giving me a chance. And, I had a blast. I had a great summer.
Speaking of good stuff, Gunnar Kynes has it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's got all 3 working today, filling up the zone. That's all you can ask from a starting pitcher.
Yeah, he's been sensational. Hey, Luke, thanks for jumping in. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you out there next inning.
Of course, thank you. Appreciate it.
Luke Napleton joining us here on the broadcast, doing a great job.
Yeah, I was about to say, Ed, let's ask him some more questions. He has to go back out there. Unable to make the catch is Sickett. So Whitefield gets a jam shot, little single. It's his second single of the game.
Whitey finding a way to get on. Just kind of a little punch, check swing type of thing. But you're right, Sickett couldn't make the play, and you're not going to get Whitey. That's for sure. He didn't have to turn on the speed.
Now it's Gomez. He walked last time up. He did score. Ed, I was thinking in my head during that interview, I was like, why are you cutting him off so fast? Yeah, there's 2 outs, and he has to go catch.
Yeah.
Good catch by you. There goes Whitey. Throw from Okazaki is late. Stolen base from Aaron Whitefield, as we're so accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, can you imagine? We're chatting with Napleton, and John Deep was like, where's our catcher?
Seriously, I was about to ask him another 5 questions and be like, hey, Luke, blah, 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 blah. No, he has to get back out there.
Lives in the weight room. I like that answer.
Swung on and missed. I can attest to that. He shows up early every day during the weekdays. Yeah, no, he's always in the weight room.
Does he wear a suit?
No, he does not wear a suit like Tyler Fearman, the previous pitcher for the Killer Bees.
Yeah, if you missed that.
He's more of a tank top guy, I would say, Luke is, because he has the arms. He's kind of jacked. You know, he has the jacked arms, so he really shows them off. Yeah, it comes in with the tank top for sure. Good block from Okazaki.
Yeah, if you missed the broadcast yesterday, Tyler Fearman shows up every day in a full suit.
Did you catch him today?
I did not.
Oh, Ed.
I was running late.
He's going back to the States. You're never going to get to see it.
Oh, I might see it on the big stage one day.
Oh, the big stage, 100%, when he's playing at the next level.
Yeah.
Grounded to third. Long throw. Not in time. Good speed from Gomez.
That's a really nice play by Jensen there. That's a really tough ball, and he almost got him.
100% it's an infield single. Jensen did his best. That was almost Manny Machado-esque. That was Manny Machado.
Yeah.
Wow. Moving towards foul ground, into foul ground.
Wow. That was very close.
Very close play as well. Corners for Daryl George, looking to avenge 2 strikeouts that he had earlier this game. The Aces looking for cushion. We know how the Killer Bees like to score. They score with the long ball. And they could get back into the game in a hurry. That's a nasty off-speed in there for strike one. Pitching backwards to George is Gleason.
Yeah, that was nice.
George, high and deep to left center field. Ladies and gentlemen, he is back. Daryl George clear for takeoff.
We've said only a matter of time a couple of times tonight. Only a matter of times before Mr. Ace got hold of one. Wow.
The Aces have busted it wide open in the 4th. They lead by 6.
Congrats all around for Daryl. As we mentioned, he is working his way back in. He's been off for a long time, rehabbing. And that has to feel good.
What's the best way to avenge 2 strikeouts? Forget about them. How about a 3-run bomb?
Exactly.
Simple stuff. Speaking of bombs, a Bojo bomb we saw in the 3rd inning. Swung on and missed. That's what really changed the game, a 3-run shot.
Yep.
And now it feels like the Aces are getting in cruise control. We'll see how Kynes fares back out on the mound with some long waits, Ed, in between pitching as Bojo goes down on 3. So it ends the inning, but Daryl George, Mr. Ace, goes yard. A 3-run shot, and the Aces are up big, looking to take this winner, take all game number 3 of the Continental Cup.
At the Sporting Globe, we're a little different to other pubs and bars. We have more than just cooks, we have chefs. We have more than bar service, we have table service. We have more than specials, we have specialties. We have more than live sporting events, we have atmosphere. And we have more than customers, we have fans. It's more than a sports bar, it's a Sporting Globe.
Over 100 delicious, nutritionally balanced meals to choose from. Designed by chefs and approved by dietitians. Delivered to your door. Visit lightandeasy.com.au. No, I didn't have one today, Ed, before you asked, because remember, I don't eat on day games.
That's right.
It's just a, I guess I would say, habit or a superstition. I kind of just roll with the coffee. We're off coffee number 2. We're feeling caffeinated, stimulated, amazing.
I did the same, actually.
Yeah, we're both stimmied up here.
I think I've had a couple of donuts this morning.
Oh, a couple of donuts.
That's
wow,
it.
Diet of Champions.
Yeah.
Okazaki leads off. We'll take ball 2.
So he hits in Million's spot.
Good point. Okazaki, 34 years old, another super veteran. He was a bullpen catcher for Gwinnett, AAA affiliate of the Atlanta Braves. And yes, he worked his way on the field and ended up getting a hit for the team. Incredible stuff.
Yeah, that is a crazy story.
And he had such a good relationship with the players. This was part of the reason that they felt like he was part of the team. Oftentimes I've heard that bullpen catchers are, Ed, not included, right? Not part of the team. But in this case, Okazaki is such a great baseball mind. He was so well-liked. They really bought into him in his time there. And, man, again, I've told this story multiple times. 15 minutes with Utah Okazaki, he'll teach you more about the game of baseball than you have learned in the last 5 to 10 years. I swear. 2-2. Called strike 3. That's now 11 in a row for Gunnar Kynes. It's his 6th strikeout.
Wow, he is just something today. I told you he's going to bring his best stuff in a big game, didn't I? I did say that in the pregame.
Did you actually? I don't remember that.
I did.
I don't remember that. We're going to have to go look at the tapes.
Look at it.
No, we're going to have to go look at the tapes, Ed. See, I predicted this too. Yeah, I definitely predicted a Darryl George 3-run homer and a Boyarski 3-run homer. See, I said that all in the pregame, but off air.
You did say the bats needed to wake up.
Popped up, infield. Who's going to call it? It's Kim. What has gotten into Gunnar Kynes?
Yeah, we're seeing it. Master class.
Next up for the baseball, Jensen.
Vitiello down after the pop-up, making him 0 for 2. Here's Jensen, who's 0 for 1. Struck out in the second. His glove at third base. Wow, he had a run-saving play on a throw down to third that he jumped about, had to be a 40-inch vertical, I would say. NBA Combine. One hopper to short. Kim makes the throw in time. 1, 2, 3 again for Gunnar Kynes. Wow, 13 in a row. Ace is up big, going into the bottom of the 5th. What is Graham Lloyd snacking on there in the dugout? What do we think? Some gummy bears, some fruit snacks? What kind of guy do you think he is, Ed?
I don't know, but he's got a pretty easy job tonight. With just go get him, Gunnar.
Go get him, Gunnar. After the first inning, man, 13 straight retired from the left-hander. The Aces are up by 6 in the bottom of the 5th in Game 3 of the Continental Cup with the trophy on the line.
And now the job for Connor Gleason and whoever else comes in to pitch is just to limit it, leave it at 8. Let the bats have a chance to climb back into it, somehow get to Kynes, maybe get to the bullpen. That's going to be tough.
Exactly. Just get Kynes out of the game should be the mentality. And once they do that, things could get a little crazy.
But you don't want to allow any more runs.
No, you don't. Bell been hacking and missing. He's 0 for 2, a fly out to center and a strikeout. He homered last night for the first time in the International Baseball Showdown. Once again, International Baseball Showdown here at Melbourne Ballpark all summer long. It's never been done before. 6 series. This is number 2. 4 different countries represented. Next series, the Australia-New Zealand Shield. Going to be a fun one. And some heat from Gleason, 91. Yes, he's hitting low 90s on the bump. There's going to be a lot of pride on the line in that series, Ed. Australia versus New Zealand coming on the 26th, 27th, and 28th. So cancel all your Christmas plans, folks.
Always special when those two countries meet, whether it's in rugby or basketball, baseball.
Back door close, but no cigar.
Very
You
close.
could see what Gleason was trying to do there. He's been really comfortable with that off speed. He's even pitched backwards to a few batters. We saw that when he was facing Darryl George. Swung on and missed. Pretty stuff from Gleason. Out number 1 in the 5th.
Second consecutive strikeout going back to the last inning.
Now it's Napleton, and it seems like everyone we mic up and interview does something great right after. So if that holds true, looking to be a big at-bat for Napleton. No pressure at all, Luke. No pressure when you watch back this game, or maybe the Napleton family is watching right now. He's from Chicago, so if anyone's back in Illinois watching the game, hello. Into right center field, but it's going to hang up against the wind. Making the catch is Alexander. For a second, Ed. For a second, it looked pretty good off the bat. We're like, oh, but just hung up there.
Next to bat for the Aces, Morgan McCullough.
McCullough, 1 for 2.
Now just having a look at the Aces bullpen, and
there is some action.
There is some action. Takuya Takahashi.
We saw him in the Southern Stars and Stripes Shield.
So maybe my 5-inning prediction is not so laughable now, Mr. Henderson.
Oh, man. Kynes only at 59 pitches through 5. Upstairs. So obviously, I don't think it would be a performance thing. It would more be a rest thing.
Yep.
You know, you don't want to give him too many innings. You want to give other guys some work. Maybe try some other arms. But, man, 59 pitches through 5?
Crazy.
Extremely efficient. And it looks scary in the first. We're like, oh, no. Because Jalen Smith smacked one over the left field fence. Jalen Smith has been having a series. A lot of guys on the Killer Bees, just you look over and you look at the stats again, you do a double take.
Well, as I mentioned, that top of the lineup, it just looks so strong. The bottom of the lineup has really struggled.
We talk about Smith and obviously Sickett. I feel like a guy who slept on for the Killer Bees, in my opinion. Justin Gideon. He's been quietly getting the job done. 2-2 to McCullough. McCullough pulls one. Diving is Sickett's. And... oh, my! There to make the play is Gleason. Wow, beats McCullough to the bag.
That's an amazing play, isn't it? Wow.
Let's take another look. At first, it didn't look like Gleason was going to get there. He made the dive, but there's no one at the bag, you see. Gleason had to get over there. Let's see.
Did he tag him?
Did he tag him?
I think he might have tagged him.
He might have tagged him instead of going to the bag. Nevertheless, interesting play. He did. You saw the jersey move. What? Wow. Okay. We'll send it to a quick break, but the Ace is up by 6 going into the 6th.
Or download the app today.
When enjoying a punt, easy does it with Punt 123. Punt123.bet is your home for all your punting needs with same race multis and same game multi options, including daily promotions on all the major sporting and racing events. It's punting made easy. Get in the game with Punt 123. Visit punt123.bet or download the app today.
Gamble responsibly. If gambling becomes an issue for you, call 1-800-858-858.
Welcome back. Bark in the Park. A couple of dogs in the house.
Should have mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
We were so caught up in the fact that it's an elimination game, it's a winner-take-all for the trophy, that, it's still Bark in the Park, and there's some very cute dogs out. Ed, so tell us about your dog. You told us about your dog.
He would be running all over the field, crazy, jumping on people, knocking over
Oh.
beverages.
He's
only 8 months, and he's big. He's like 60 pounds.
He probably doesn't know his own size.
He
doesn't understand how big he is, so he just probably jumps on you and on
he's
your
a
lap.
goofball. So that's the other factor.
Much like his dad.
Yes.
Goofball like you.
Correct.
New arm. It's Takuya Takahashi.
So this would be the break. Not the break, but to get rid of Kynes. It's got to be a huge relief to the Killer Bees.
Huge relief. Kynes went 5 innings. First pitch to Alexander is a ball. Only 2 hits, 2 earned runs on that shot by Smith. 0 walks. That's exactly what Thorpe did so well on Friday night. He didn't walk very many batters, and 6 strikeouts. He finished by retiring his last 13 batters face.
That's insane.
Evan Alexander, the center fielder. He popped out in the 3rd. So Alexander, as we have a question from Keegan. Will Kyle Glogowski play for New Zealand or the Aces?
Oof.
Now, as of now, he will be playing for the Aces. That could change. I'm not the end-all, be-all. I wish, Ed, it was just everything that I say goes. But as of now, he will be playing for the Aces in that series. That's going to be a good one. It's going to be packed here. And remember, fans, get your tickets now as a leadoff walk for the Killer Bees. That's exactly what they needed.
First base runner since the first inning.
But back to the next series, the Australia-New Zealand Shield. Get your tickets now before they go. And, of course, if you're watching from other countries, tune in right here on Aces TV for all the games, live and free. It's Tyler Williams. He's 0 for 2 today, but don't forget what he has. And he got hit again. He was hit last night. The dismay on his face. Does not look too pleased, but it's 2 on with no one out. This could be a big inning lurking.
This is exactly
for the Killer
what the
Bees.
Killer Bees wanted,
exactly
right?
what the doctor ordered.
Yeah. You got 2 men on. Haven't even really had to swing the bat. And here comes the meat of the order.
Killer Bees scored 2 in the first. The Aces have scored 8 unanswered. They're down by 6 in a winner-take-all Game 3 of the Continental Cup. Here is Tillman Pugh. Whoa, struggling with control is Takahashi. And immediately, here comes Deebs.
And there is a little bit of action. Well, up and getting ready to throw is Taiki Ashitani.
Taiki Ashitani, the left-hander. Another Japanese player. There he is in the pen. Very interesting guy. Very great guy. A lot of stories that I've learned over the last couple weeks and months with Taiki Ashitani. But he might come into a tough spot if it gets worse for Takahashi. Inside, the super veteran Tillman Pugh.
And Pugh, I doubt if he swings at a bad pitch. I think
he doesn't.
He's going to make.
Oh boy,
Takahashi
he knows the
come to
zone.
him. Yeah.
After 14 years of professional ball, 36 years old, it's now 3-0. This would be a great time for him to come through, as he's 0 for 2 today, but he might not have to. He might just get a free pass. That's the way it's looking.
Yeah, I think he's going to sit on this.
Taking all the way at strike one.
Good pitch.
He was actually able to attend his first family reunion in over 14 years after his retirement. You never think about that aspect of baseball. You think about pro guys. Both runners go. Does not matter. Ball 4. 3 free passes in a row surrendered by Takahashi. And it looks like he'll stay on the bump. No visit from Deebs, no visit from Graham Lloyd. And I talked about him a couple innings ago, the underrated guy on this lineup. It's Justin Gideon, who has been quietly getting it done. Gideon check swings on the first pitch, went a little bit too far.
Yeah, he came in 4 for 10 in the series. He's 1 for 2 tonight, so 5 for 12. Pretty
Not
good.
new to Australia, Justin Gideon. The Canadian has played for the Sydney Blue Sox. And just when you think, Ed, the Aces are running away with it, the game has turned. The Killer Bees need it now. Great opportunity to change it in a couple swings. Gideon, right at Hardy.
Wow.
The quick reaction from the young fella. It's a big out, number 1 in the 6th.
That is a huge out. You're absolutely right. We'll get a look at it here. He's hit really hard, but Hardy was playing over on that shift and was right there.
Exactly.
If
he was
they
played
don't
in.
shift, that's a hit.
Clean up man, Jalen Smith. Oh, so dangerous. Every time he loads up, and you hold your breath. Hardy all smiles.
That was a huge, huge out.
Popped up. Kim calls. And he does not make the play, but it looks like an infield fly. Yes. I believe it's an infield fly.
Yep.
And he just let it go. So once the umpires called it,
Infield fly.
it was going to be an out no matter what. Let's take another look. Well, in that case, it's 2 down.
Jordan Sickett next up for the Bees.
Yeah, he just clearly let it go. It wasn't like he lost it.
No. Well, that's another huge out.
But, oh, man. Sickett at the plate, and his team needs him now. The Killer Bees are on the verge of squandering a bases loaded and no one out opportunity, down by 6.
Bases loaded with Gideon and Smith coming up.
The 2 big guys. Wow.
After that start from Takahashi, right? Wow.
One and 1. Sickett 0 for 2 tonight, but coming into this game, of course, we interviewed him earlier on the Brick Lane pregame show. 7 of 9, 2 home runs, and 7 runs batted in. Sickett fouls one back our way. Man, Takahashi, one strike away from getting out of this jam on a tightrope. Elimination game. It's now or never. Game 3 of the Continental Cup. Bases loaded, 2 down. Swung on and missed. Wow. Takahashi somehow, some way escapes the jam. And the Killer Bees squander a bases loaded opportunity. Bottom of the 6th, the Aces still up by 6.
One Love is there for the moments with the people you love the most. To share the highs and the lows together. It's the one for all people, all times, and all places. Brick Lane's One Love Pale Ale. It's the one for all.
With Light and Easy, you can lose weight and enjoy more free time with delicious, healthy meals starting from $7.95 each. Enjoy Australia's best ready-made meal delivery service as awarded by CanStar Blue. Visit lightandeasy.com.au today.
New pitcher for the Killer Bees is Michael Selmack.
Welcome back in. Aces up 8-2, and fans were holding their breath a moment ago when the Killer Bees had the bases loaded but could not come through. And there's a new arm taking over for Connor Gleason. Gleason went 2 innings with 3 earned runs. The man is Michael Stelmach. He's so fun to watch. Just check out his lower arm slot if you haven't already. It's almost like his knuckles scrape the ground.
Yeah, that inning was something special, wasn't it?
Remember, fans, head to the Aces Fan Zone, scan the QR code on screen, easy as that on your phone, and you can ask us questions that we will answer all game long. And also, remember, keep adding questions, comments, because we're picking a random subscriber. Oh, Ace It with Andrew. We're picking a random subscriber to give away a free signed Greg Bird baseball. Okay, Ace It with Andrew. Let's do it. When did an Australian first win an MLB World Championship? This is Graham Lloyd. Okay, it's Graham Lloyd. I'm going to go with 96, and if not, it's 92. It has to be. Yes. Yes, and there he is. He's on screen, too.
Good
yes.
work.
Let's go. Yes, 96 and 98, Graham Lloyd, the pitcher. And he did that in his rookie season, by the way, at 96. He kind of took the league by storm in his rookie season. All right, here is Jaden Kim. It's Kim, Hardy, and Whitefield. Whoa, almost gets him. And that's got to be a funky pitch to read from Stelmach, because Stelmach stands on the right side of the rubber, or the third base side of the rubber, and with his arm angle as a right-handed hitter, the ball's almost coming from behind you, and we get a mound visit, Okazaki to Stelmach. But Stelmach told me that's what he wants it to be like. He wants it to feel like, for a right-hand batter, the ball is coming in from behind you, and it's that tough angle, obviously not a comfortable at-bat for most.
I remember when I was younger playing baseball, when you had kids that throw sidearm, it used to scare the heck out of me. It looked like it was coming right in on you. As you know, I'm talking Little League, by the way.
Exactly, but that's how it feels when you're facing Michael Stelmach. Kim laces one into center field for a base hit. Kim has been as advertised in the Continental Cup, the 19-year-old prospect for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
It's his first hit, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. How about that? I was looking down to see where his dad, who had been sitting down there, he's not there anymore. I hope he didn't leave. Sure he didn't.
I'm sure he
somewhere
did.
Else. Yeah.
If he did leave, he's listening to us, which is great. So hello, David, if you are listening. But he's probably down in one of the clubs or downfield level.
Yep.
He's actually warming up in the bullpen. How great. Here is Will Hardy with a runner on. Hardy pops one foul. He got his first hit as an ace on a bunt in the third. That started the rally for the Aces. It really got everything going.
It did.
He was able to move up a couple bases and came in to score. First run of the game for the Aces. They then tacked on 7 more. They've scored 8 unanswered.
Still trying to get over that last inning.
Seriously.
I really am. Bases loaded, no outs, meat of the order coming up.
Killer Bees fans are probably going to have nightmares. And I know Joe Torre, I don't know how it feels at his house right now, but probably not great. Joe Torre, fiery guy. I'll say I would not want to be in that room after the Bees left the bases loaded. But still a long way to go.
Yep.
You got the 7th, 8th, and 9th to get back into it. And, of course, Stelmach trying to hold the deficit at 6.
Yeah, I mean, that was the thing we talked about, holding that lead, which they did, and then load the bases with a real opportunity and just couldn't get it done. Looks like Marcus Bracey warming up in the bullpen for the Killer Bees. We saw him pitch 2 good innings.
He was fabulous on Friday night.
Yeah.
We have a special guest joining us. It's Elliot Johnstone, who pitched on Saturday night. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing well, thank you. How you guys doing?
We're pretty cool up here. You know, we're casual, as always. But what's it been like playing on this international stage, International Baseball Showdown? Could you tell us?
You know, it's been awesome. Obviously being from New Zealand, been given an opportunity to come over here to play with, the Black Sox and the Killer Bees. It's been real good. Good bunch of boys, high-level baseball, and, we're out here doing what we love, so can't complain about that.
There's a chance at a double play that just didn't come off there, unfortunately. That last inning, Elliot, had to be so frustrating. Get the bases loaded, and it just can't get anybody around.
Yeah, no, definitely. I guess, at times that's just baseball for you, but I'm sure we'll get some more base runners on base, and we'll be able to do a better job against runs in.
How's your arm feeling? Last night you were lighting it up, 96 on the gun. We were all we were amazed. But how are you feeling today? What is it, ice? Is it Advils? How are we feeling?
Yeah, no, overall, body's feeling pretty good. I think body's in a good condition. Obviously pulled up pretty well today. Taking it a little bit easier today, but, overall doing well.
Elliot Johnston with us as Aaron Whitefield steps in. How's the status of baseball in New Zealand? Some prospects coming along?
Yeah, no, definitely. We have a lot of kids over in college at the moment, which is awesome. And, at times, baseball's growing. It's obviously a lot smaller of a sport back home in New Zealand. But I think, with opportunities to go play overseas and stuff, it's getting more kids involved. And obviously they can, see where guys are going, obviously to college, and, other guys being in pro leagues around the world too. So it's a great opportunity, and I'm sure the game of baseball in New Zealand is going to keep growing.
Elliot, you've had some fantastic catchers here this series, Sickett and Okazaki. How's it been working with them?
It's been awesome. It always helps when, you got two quality guys sitting behind home plate for you. And, the best thing is when you're on the same game plan, you just work together. So it's always nice to have that, relationship with your catchers. And I think it always helps, being a successful pitcher too. So,
Elliot, thanks so much for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
No worries. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. I got to say that. I got to start getting in like you guys. Because you're Kiwis. Thanks, mate. That was my best impression. But, we missed out on what could have been a routine double play.
Yes.
4-6-3.
I was getting ready to say on this double play, but unfortunately an error that allowed Hardy to get on.
And now you have Whitefield, Gomez, and George. Stelmack, the 3-1. Wow, straight up into the party deck, and we have someone on it. We have a couple guys on it. Guy in the red jersey gets it.
He was a little closer.
Yeah, he didn't have a long way to go, but we saw some hustle. Oh, he gives it to his boy, his homeboy. Oh, and they dap up. What a moment.
Love it.
Full count to Whitey. Whitey grounds one to second. There's one. And there is two. So they didn't get it the first time, but they right their wrongs. A 4-6-3 double play for the Killer Bees.
Not often you get a second chance like that, but Vidiello managed to do that. Good for him.
Huge, and Whitefield's fast. I mean, you had to turn that pretty swiftly. There's the ball, and there are the two fellas enjoying some Sunday action. Yeah, you got to take a selfie, send it to the family group chat, the boys' night out group chat, maybe post it on the story for the Huzz. I do not know. Ball gets away, but it takes a carom directly back to Okazaki, and holding at third is Kim.
It's a big at-bat here for Stelmach.
And it looks like Okazaki is limping a bit, or is he just checking his gear? Ed, check this out. Looked like a moment ago he was walking gingerly. He is 100% fine.
So if he's hurt, theoretically, can Sickett come back and catch? Do you know? He can't he? He's still in the game.
Good pitch from Stelmack. In on the hands.
Yeah, great pitch.
1-1. Only a runner on third. Apologies if you're looking at our scoreboard. We'll update that soon. Another pitch that almost gets away. Okazaki bouncing around back there, looking like the Energizer Bunny. Trying to save those balls. 2-1. Stelmack on the verge of a clean inning. Didn't look like it at first with the first two runners reaching, but a big double play looking to keep the deficit at 6. Right field. Gideon can't get there. It goes all the way up towards the wall. It's a ground rule double for Dario Gomez. Aces get 9.
Had no chance of getting that. He's playing so shallow. And lucky, really, that it bounced over the fence. Otherwise, that was probably a triple. Because look how far he has to run.
Gomez has so much opposite field power, the way he's able to stay back and drive those balls. He drove one over the fence that same way in the Southern Stars and Stripes Shield. Darryl George hit a big fly his last time up. A welcome back moment. We were waiting for it all weekend. Now, he had been productive in the first 2 games, but we were waiting for that vintage Darryl George moment, and we got it.
Can't wait to go back and watch that one. Your call on that was really good. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Ed. I've been dreaming about it. Seriously. Swung on and missed. Before I got here in Australia, I was binge watching the Australia WBC games in 2023, the World Baseball Classic, and I was like, wow, Darryl George? Woo, this guy seems awesome. And he is. Great person.
Yeah.
Love his vibes.
Yeah, he's great.
Very friendly, humble as well. And, of course, he is Mr. Ace. 1-1, 2 down.
I remember when he was on the verge of breaking the Aces all-time home run record. I had scripted what I was going to say.
Did you actually?
Yeah, because I knew it was such a big moment. I never do that, but for that I did.
I think I would too. It's like Cal Raleigh hitting 60.
Yeah.
I would have scripted that too if I was the Mariners broadcast. Rick Riz. Shout out to Rick Riz. Got him swinging. So Stelmack avoids too much trouble, only allows 1. But the Aces extend their lead to 7, going into the 7th of this Game 3 winner-take-all.
For Kitty and the opportunity to go.
At the Sporting Globe, we're a little different to other pubs and bars. We have more than just cooks, we have chefs. We have more than bar service, we have table service. We have more than specials, we have specialties. We have more than live sporting events, we have atmosphere. And we have more than customers, we have fans. It's more than a sports bar, it's a Sporting Globe.
Nine to 2, top of the 7th. The Killer Bees struck early and stung, as they've seemed to do every single game this series by scoring 2 in the first, but the Aces have stormed back, up 9 to 2, 9 unanswered runs on 10 hits. Only 2 hits for the Killer Bees. It's a new pitcher on the mound, the left-hander Taiki Ashitani. He's from Japan. He went to school at Kyushu University from Fukuoka, Japan, or actually in Fukuoka, Kyushu University is. He's 27 years old, and he graduated the school in 2022. And he actually took a 3-year break from playing baseball after winning with the Salamanders, a professional indie team in Japan.
That's a great name.
Won an Indy championship, had a 1.95 ERA, and won the pitching triple crown, Ed.
Wow.
In 2022. And what did he do after? Well, he quit baseball and worked with Deloitte for 3 years in finance.
Imagine how good that Deloitte team would be going out a little softball.
He's out there. Slow pitch softball or just fast pitch softball. And it's like, we got Ashitani on our team. I would take him first in the draft. He faces Okazaki, a little battle of Japan right now. You got to love it. Ground ball right side, fielded by the Wizard, throws to first in time, smooth for Ashitani. Now, let's go back to Ashitani. Why did he quit baseball for 3 years, and why did he get back into it? Well, he wanted to focus on his career in finance. That's one thing, as it's now Joey Vitiello, the second baseman, after going 0 for 2 up at the plate. So Ashitani got back into it because he wants to manage baseball one day and be a coach, and he said the more he plays, the more he can get under his resume, the more people he can meet, the meaningful connections. It's going to increase his likelihood of being a coach, manager at the next level, whether it's in Japan, whether it's in America, Australia, any professional baseball level. But he's got back into the game, and he said it wasn't easy throwing strikes, getting back into it. He got back in by an international scout in Japan found him near 2024, 2025, and sent the info over to John Diebel. Sent the indie ball stats. He had to ask Deloitte if he could play, and Deloitte said, yes, you can play.
That's a great story.
He's a very driven guy. He's one of the first ones here every single morning. Every single day I see him, always a bright face, so much energy. He gets his work done and goes to the library right after. Every single day goes to the library to get work done. Remote work that he does. He's no nonsense. I asked him what he likes to do in his free time, as it's 2-2.
What do you say?
Ground ball foul.
What's free time?
He said he likes to learn.
Wow.
So he learns languages in his free time.
Really?
He studies finance. So it's just he loves to learn and loves to win. It's truly a guy you want to surround yourself around. Like, I want to be friends with Taiki Ashitani for a long time because he is that sort of guy that you know he's going places just by having a conversation with him.
That's impressive.
And not 100%, but he does have plans to move to America. Getting his CPA there.
Right.
Spending some time. So, Taiki, when you go back and watch this, or I might find you today or tomorrow, why not the Pacific Northwest? Hard hit to left, down the line. Gomez cannot get there off the wall. But holding up at first is Vitiello. How often do you see that off the wall? And it's a base hit, only a single. You see that in Fenway Park, Ed.
Yeah, it's about
You don't
right.
see that in a ballpark like this. 300 down the line and left.
It's Vitiello's first hit of the series, so congrats to him.
Colin Jensen makes the bat from these.
Colin Jensen. A big base runner for the Killer Bees. They can take anything they can get right now. And Ed, we were talking about it, hard to recover after that sixth inning where you strand the bases loaded with 0 outs. You have Joe Torre, the founder and GM, back at home in the States watching. And, oh, man, that just had to be frustrating. Frustrating as well for the staff, of course, Sip Garza and Yuta Okazaki. But I bet Okazaki will be less frustrated actually playing in the game because your mind's on that. If he was managing the game like he was the last two, you can get frustrated while you're watching from the side. 2-0 to the third baseman. Ground ball foul. Jensen has been so good at third base. He almost made a Manny Machado play, like vintage Manny, going into foul ground a few innings back.
Yeah, you look at that inning, everything broke right for them. We talked all along about trying to get Gunnar Kynes out. The Aces did that for them. And then you had the opportunity with the bases loaded, no outs, and you can't do anything with it. Unbelievable.
Jensen struck out in the second, grounded out in the fifth. Big hack and a miss, count evens. Got him swinging. Count that as a punch out for Taiki Ashitani.
8 strikeout tonight for Aces pitchers. Kynes had 6, Takahashi 1, and now Ashitani with 1.
Evan Alexander, the 9-hole guy. 1 hit during this series. He started every game. Truly, tons of talent. Has yet to really break it open. Let's see if he can do it in a spot with his team down by 7.
He's been good in center field.
He has.
Yeah,
I mean,
solid.
no issue with the wind. He's looked very smooth roaming the outfield. Good point, Ed.
Good
1-1.
Yeah, good pitch there. Tied him up.
This is the Continental Cup Game 3, series tied at 1 apiece. And the trophy, the beautiful trophy that was nearly dropped today by me. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, safest hands in the Southern Hemisphere will be presented after the game to the winner. It's been a good series on Friday night. The Aces took advantage of 8 walks, won the game 12-5. The Killer Bees couldn't get out of their own way. Then yesterday we saw a complete 180 from the squad. They had 3 pitchers who just absolutely carried the team to an 8-3 victory. Great performance. One of them was Elliot Johnstone, who we interviewed earlier. And now here in Game 3, a winner-take-all. Killer Bees, boom, 2-run shot in the first from Jalen Smith. Here we go again, all the momentum, but the Aces clawed their way back into it with a very big third inning. Did he go? Yes, he did. Taiki Ashitani, 2 strikeouts in his inning of work, and the Aces are one step closer to taking home the Continental Cup.
Stand up on your feet. Reach out. Touch the person next to you.
When enjoying a punt, easy does it with Punt 123. Punt123.bet is your home for all your punting needs with same race multis and same game multi options, including daily promotions on all the major sporting and racing events. It's punting made easy. Get in the game with Punt 123. Visit punt123.bet or download the app today.
Gamble responsibly. If gambling becomes an issue for you, call 1-800-858-858.
Master Dry Cleaners is a family-run business operated by the Hudson family for over 70 years. They provide a full range of services through their 7 stores, a free pickup and delivery service for all your dry cleaning and laundry needs. Master Dry Cleaners can also help with repairs and alterations, wedding gown cleaning, and cleaning of dunas and blankets. Find your closest Master Dry Cleaner store at www.masterdrycleaners.com.au. How's the stain looking, Ed?
The stain
earlier. We're going to need it. Yeah, it doesn't look great.
It's probably going to need a little work.
How am I going to hit the town tonight in this, you know? Go St. Kilda, Chapel Street,
you gotta get
downtown.
Out to like H&M or somewhere and get yourself a new pair
of pants at H&M before I go out.
Something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Even Kmart.
Get cheap ones. But these are
Target.
Nice.
They are nice. I agree.
These are my favorite. All right. Bottom 7, we have a new arm. It's Marcus Bracey, who pitched very well on Friday night. 2 innings. It was a short stint, but 4 strikeouts. And the reason why he didn't pitch long that game, according to Utah Okazaki, the manager, is because they wanted to use him in the field, which they did on Saturday. He's a 2-way player, so you have to manage that as a staff.
And I think he's fairly new, so they're not necessarily, don't know I don't want to say what he's capable of, but they don't necessarily know how many innings he can go, what he can work with, that sort of thing.
It's Boyarsky, Belbin, and Napleton, 4, 5, and 6. Boyarsky hit his 3rd home run of the series earlier today. It's just so fun to watch those Bojo bombs, but this time he's rung up on the corner. Good pitch from Bracey. He continues his success on the bump.
He's just kind of a no-nonsense guy, isn't he? Just comes out.
It's exactly what we saw on Friday. He just got out there, started throwing strikes. Batters up, batters down. Here is Belbin digging in, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. We had a cool moment yesterday. Belbin's little brother, Dane, hopped on the broadcast. And later in the game, Belbin goes yard. And Dane told me that was the first time he got to see one of Belbin's bombs, because typically it's always when he's not at the game or somewhere else. It's like a curse, you know? You don't see your brother's game, he goes yard, but he actually saw it in person. He said he was pretty hyped. 1-2. Fouled back by Belbin, the former Camel in America, Campbell University. But he was born here in Australia, made the trip all the way to America for college ball. Oh, high into right field, but it's going to hang up for Gideon. Just a little too much air under it. Well struck from Jared Belbin.
And Gideon was playing a little deeper that time. I've been on this all game, Andrew, but He is playing a little bit deeper and had no problem with that one.
Yeah, he sneaks back in the dugout, opens his phone on the YouTube app, and listens to a little bit of the broadcast.
Yeah.
Just the typical stuff. 2 down. Whoa. Watch out there, Luke Napleton. I'm sure he could take it well. He's a catcher. He takes a beating all day.
He's tough. He's in the weight room.
Man. And he's in the weight room all day with the tank top, I'm telling you. Into center field for Alexander. Ranges over and makes the catch in front of his teammate Williams. A quick 1-2-3 inning of work for Marcus Bracey. Should we be surprised? No, we should not. Top of the 8th, 6 outs left for a miraculous comeback for the Killer Bees.
OmniGraphics, your leaders in super wide format printing across Australia. With 2 full-scale production facilities in Queensland and Victoria, our centres are equipped to handle the most ambitious printing projects, backed by a dedicated team of over 70 full-time staff. We specialise in a wide range of print formats, from billboards and banners to retail and events. We deliver impactful solutions that stand out in any environment. Our commitment to excellence includes continuous investment in cutting-edge technology, ensuring precision, speed, and reliability. This allows us to tackle even the most complex printing requirements with ease. Dream, design, deliver. Partner with OmniGraphics for your next printing project.
New uniform and apparel sponsors for the 25-26 season. All Belgravia with select New Balance merch available at the Aces merch stand. And they don't come with coffee stains, Ed.
No, they do not.
It's a new Joker on the mound after the fine inning of work from Taiki Ashitani. It is the tall drink of water, Cameron Gibbons, 6'8" right-hander. We saw him actually on Friday night. It was interesting. He only went 1 inning, struck out the side, and we were like, wow, Gibbons is looking great. Ed, we're feeling awesome. He went out for warm-up pitches the very next inning, and possibly an injury just didn't feel right, and so wanted to take precaution, and Deebs pulled him out, but he is now back, and he has a challenge. He's facing the top of the order. If there was ever a time for the Killer Bees to get back into the game, it would be right now. Only 6 outs left to work with in this winner-take-all Game 3 of the Continental Cup, down by 7.
Yeah, this is their best chance here.
Williams went yard yesterday. 0-2. Cameron Gibbons, the former Los Angeles Dodger.
That was a classic Gibbons. Start with a fastball, then come back with an off-speed pitch.
Low and away. Well, Gibbons, his Achilles heel is the control, but when he's pinpointing those pitches, he is near impossible to hit. Up the middle. McCullough's there. Slings to first. Magic again for the Wizard.
Wasn't hit really hard. Looked like it took a favorable hop.
It did. Those hops get tricky over there near the bag, and especially where the artificial dirt meets the actual dirt. There's actual dirt around each of the bases, and sometimes that can get a little funky, but no problem for Morgan McCullough. Tillman Pugh, the veteran. He walked to load the bases in the 6th, and I hate to keep bringing it up, Ed.
I know. PTSD if you're a Killer Bees fan.
Wow, healthy hack. 89 from Gibbons. We saw him top 90 a moment ago. Actually, 2 pitches ago. Tillman Pugh retired from the game after 14 pro seasons, said, I have to get back out there. And he's 36. I mean, at that time, you start aging. Your body doesn't feel right. You slow down. We talked to him last night. I said, how'd you do it? He takes care of his body well, of course.
Yep.
Weight room. Mobility. He said mobility, a lot of that to keep his body feeling good. But he ages like fine wine. He's still playing at a high level. There's Addison Bishop Warren, number 12. Taiki Ashitani all the way on the left on that dugout shot. Bishop Warren not playing today, played the first 2 games of the series, designated hitter. We saw him burst onto the scene 2 weeks ago in the Southern Stars and Stripes Shield. Full count, Gibbons to Pugh. Wow, that's what we call a sword. Good pitch from Gibbons. It's his first strikeout.
Yeah, that's impressive. Like you said, if his control is there, he is borderline unhittable.
I'm saying he pitches like this during the International Baseball Showdown, getting some calls possibly.
Yeah.
Because he did pitch very well and accurate. Well, there we go. We almost jinxed it. He was very accurate his first time out in series number 1. He's just doing it again. Trying to work that inside part of the plate. Bust Gideon in on the hands, but it's 2-0.
That's a good eye from Gideon there.
Yeah, working inside out. So the first 2 pitches, in on the hands, and you try to get him outside corner, obviously. Move him around.
And he doesn't bite.
Doesn't bite. Taking all the way, you could tell. 3-1. 2 outs in the 8th. Ball 4.
That's a veteran hitter right there for you.
It is. Gideon, 30 years old, from Brock University in Ontario.
Only the 3rd walk of the night for the Aces, and in fact, Killer Bees have only had 2 walks. So a pretty clean game that way.
We've seen the 3 true outcomes tonight of baseball. A lot of homers, a lot of strikeouts, and a lot of walks. The 3 true outcomes, as they call it. A lot of people complain about that.
Yeah.
A lot of baseball haters, or a lot of guys who like the old school game with the pesky hitters who would hit singles, like, oh, today's game, they just, hit home runs and strike out and walk. It's so boring. Yeah, seriously. The 3 true outcomes. 2-0. Remember, fans, you can ask us questions on the Aces Fan Zone. We'll scan the QR code, or we'll put up the QR code for you to scan periodically. Here it is. And we will give our best answer. We'll have a few more coming in soon. In the last few innings of this broadcast. Got him. Fooled him 2-1. Jalen Smith. He homered in the first. A 2-run shot the last time the Killer Bees scored. Feels like years ago.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Homered last night as well. The power-hitting shortstop, 28 years old, hailing from the state of Georgia. That's also where he played his college ball. Count runs full, so we were raving about the accuracy of Gibbons. Now on the verge of walking back-to-back batters. Any signs of life from the Killer Bees? Payoff pitch. Hit hard. Hardy cannot snare it. It's a base hit into left. So it is 2 on, 2 out for the Killer Bees. And I want to give a shout out now to Melissa Orr marketing and events manager for the Aces. She's listening, my boss, somewhere downstairs right now.
Yep.
She's, of course, texting me throughout the broadcast saying, you're the best, you're amazing, right? Because that's what everyone says.
Yeah, I guess so.
You guess so? Didn't sound very convincing, but Melissa is awesome. She's really helped build this thing here at the Aces. I mean, it wouldn't be the Melbourne Aces without her for the past several seasons, marketing this, trying to grow the game in Australian baseball. And the Aces are on a new path, and it's more important that she does her great work now than ever, with the Aces going global. Here is Sickett. This is exactly what the doctor ordered, a hot hitter at the plate. Now, Sickett tonight is 0 for 3. But he's seen the ball well all series, coming into this 7 for 9. Good interview in the Brick Lane pregame show. Gibbons was on the verge of a smooth, almost Gunnar Kynes-esque inning where it's 1, 2, 3 and it's sit him down. You just back to the dugout easily. But these Killer Bees are battling. Called strike. The trophy will be presented after the game, fans. So no matter who wins, stick around. You're not going to want to miss it. The Continental Cup, Game 3, series tied 1-1. The Aces up big in the 8th. Both runners go. No throw. Wise of Napleton.
Yeah.
Those two runs aren't going to do much as of now. 3-1. The International Baseball Showdown, something never been done before in Australia. The Aces have been making history all year long. The first Australian team to compete in an overseas league in the KBO Fall League in October. And this fantastic home schedule. 3-1 is just off the corner. That will walk the bases loaded with 2 down. And boy, oh boy, the player manager at the dish with 2 down.
Wow.
What a moment.
I think we may have a pinch runner coming in. Yes, we do. Interesting. So that's for
Brandon Erb.
That's for Sickett.
Brandon Erb in for Sickett.
Yeah.
A native of San Diego, California. Played for the Kenosha Kings in 24 and 25, but it's Yuta Okazaki at the plate. He'll patiently wait. It's ball 1.
Yeah, I don't think he'll swing recklessly here.
A guy you want in a big spot, backs against the wall, Okazaki.
Good pitch.
1-1.
Yeah.
It looks like he's able to control that off-speed more as of now, and you might want to lean on that. Now, it is a little tricky because that could hang, and that could mean a big hit to the gap. But you do have a good backstop, a trustworthy one in Napleton if you want to throw that down in the zone. High, ball 2. So another bases-loaded opportunity for the Killer Bees. They could not come through in the 6th. That was with no one out. Here they've rallied with 2 outs.
Fidiello on deck, who had a hit last time up.
Time called. The wind is still swirling. It's calmed down a little bit, but that could very much affect fly balls, especially towards right field if Okazaki tries to work an outside pitch the other way.
Also, be that swirling dust. You've seen a number of batters step out.
(3-1). Gibbons is 1 pitch away from walking in a run. In this winner-take-all game, it's been a wonderful series from both sides. Competitive, professional baseball. The Killer Bees coming all the way from America. Called strike.
Ooh.
This is what dreams are made of. Full count, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Your team down in the 8th. No moment too big for Yuta Okazaki. And he'll live to see another.
Jeez, how fast was Gideon down that?
Giddy up, Gideon.
Jeez. Huge pitch right here.
Another payoff. Bases loaded, 2 down. Swung on and missed. Gibbon gets a huge strikeout. Cameron Gibbons, he battled trouble. He leaves the bases loaded. The second time the Killer Bees have done so tonight. Now the Aces looking to add more, already up by 7 in Game 3 of the Continental Cup, bottom of the 8th.
All-Star Access Hire are your access equipment specialists. We have an extensive range of state-of-the-art equipment and we pride ourselves on delivering outstanding customer service. We have the youngest fleet of equipment in Victoria and we are consistently adding new machines. We get to know our customers and form partnerships with them. This video is of our partnership with the Victorian Government at Reservoir Station. All-Star Access Hire are proud sponsors of the Melbourne Aces and our All-Star Bar.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th. Continental Cup game number 3. Killer Bees and the Melbourne Aces. Series 2 of the International Baseball Showdown. We have a new pitcher taking over for Marcus Brace. He is Max Marlaveld, the man of many nicknames. One of them is Mad Max. My favorite is Marley. Easy to say, just like Bob Marley. He's from the state of New Jersey in the U.S., He attended Montclair State University in New Jersey, 4 college seasons there. His most recent stint in pro baseball was in the Pioneer League in 2025. He pitched well, 4.38 ERA, just over 12 innings of work. Now, Max Marlaveld has an interesting story. He's a very fun, energetic guy to be around, but athletically, he grew up playing soccer and was very good.
Yeah, right.
He actually had the most saves in a single game in his high school history, and that record has not been broken, so he very well could have played soccer with his tall frame. He's facing McCullough, Kim, and Hardy, 7, 8, 9 in the Aces order. And you want to hear this, Ed?
I do.
Dad was an NFL player.
Is that right?
J.D. Marlaveld.
Right.
J.D. Marlaveld
Wow.
was actually in the Hall of Fame for the University of Maryland. Maryland Terrapins.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff. Originally attended Notre Dame. Yes, this is J.D. Marlaveld, the first guy that calls and texts Max after his games. Has a great relationship with his son. The lefty quickly makes it 0-2. His dad played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Oilers back when that was a thing. Hit well into right, but Gideon is there to make the catch. More on Max Marlaveld At this point, the world's most interesting man. He has a family restaurant, his family does, back in Jersey.
Right.
And when I asked about it, he was just like, oh, it's just a little diner.
Yeah.
Stephen Andrews is the name in Jersey.
That's the name of the restaurant.
Ground ball. The throw to first is in time. A quick 2 outs for Marley.
Is that the name of the restaurant? Stephen Andrews.
Stephen Andrews.
Is it?
Stephen Andrews, yes it is.
I'm going to look it up.
Go ahead.
Will Hardy's next up for the Melbourne Aces.
More stuff on Marlevels. Interesting story. He played baseball in the Dominican Republic at just 17 years old.
Wow.
Was down there training and playing. So it was an early first taste of international baseball. So far, so good for Marley. After the Kim ground out, it's Will Hardy. Hardy 1 for 3. And remember, fans, you don't want to miss it after the game. The trophy presentation of the Continental Cup for the winner. Now, it's not over yet. The Killer Bees still have 3 more outs to play with. Never say die, especially with a scrappy team like this. Called strike. Marley trying to work back into the count, 3-1. Ball 4 to Hardy. 2-out walk. Hardy has had a productive day, reaching for the second time.
Yeah, and we go back to that big inning in the third that he started.
Now we have a pinch hitter hitting for Aaron Whitefield.
Jordan Ellis. We saw him last night come in and catch. A youngster from, I believe, Geelong. 17-year-old. Another youngster getting some action.
A teammate of Will Hardy in the 2025 Team Australia Under-18 World Cup held in Okinawa, Japan. That was in September. It's the great part of the International Baseball Showdown. You're having local kids on a global stage, which you pretty much can't get anywhere else, Ed.
Yep.
Once again, Andrew Henderson and Ed Wyatt up in the booth on Aces TV. In a winner-take-all game, Aces are so close. Poked foul.
Yeah, it's been a good series. It's been the opening series was solid. This one's been very good, very entertaining.
Grounded to second. It gets through. So it was Vitiello unable to make the play. He got there. Wasn't the easiest of plays, but he definitely had a chance to field it cleanly. And it will be a base hit in the score. So 2 on, 2 out. Just took a tough hop. We were talking about that, Ed, with the dirt, how the ball play changes from the artificial dirt to the natural dirt, and it got him. It got Vitiello. And here's the thing I'll mention. A lot of times when the Killer Bees were here practicing, the bases were tarped, right? And so all their ground balls that they got during the weeks were on that artificial dirt. So a guy like Vitiello having to adjust to that sort of on the fly in the same game, that could have played a factor.
Yeah, interesting.
Something you don't think about. Here is Gomez. He's singled, doubled, and walked. In on the hands, called strike. Good pitch from Marley.
big leads from both runners, but I don't think you're going to see them go in a 9-2 game.
These are both Pioneer League guys. Grounded to short. Smith goes to second in time. So a clean inning from the left-hander, Max Marlavelt. Last chance for the Killer Bees in the ninth. They need to score at least 7, or else the Aces will take home the Continental Cup.
At the Sporting Globe, we're a little different to other pubs and bars. We have more than just cooks, we have chefs. We have more than bar service, we have table service. We have more than specials, we have specialties. We have more than live sporting events, we have atmosphere. And we have more than customers, we have fans. It's more than a sports bar, it's a Sporting Globe.
Omnigraphics, your leaders in super wide format printing across Australia. With 2 full-scale production facilities in Queensland and Victoria, our centres are equipped to handle the most ambitious printing projects, backed by a dedicated team of over 70 full-time staff. We specialise in a wide range of print formats, from billboards and banners to retail and events. We deliver impactful solutions that stand out in any environment. Our commitment to excellence includes continuous investment in cutting-edge technology, ensuring precision, speed, and reliability. This allows us to tackle even the most complex printing requirements with ease. Dream, design, deliver. Partner with Omnigraphics for your next printing project.
Welcome back, everyone. There was a cool moment down on the field before the game. I talked to Eddie Milian, who has started every single game for the Killer Bees at first base. And I saw him with a headband, a cool headband that said EM on it. I said, "What's that?" He said, "That's my brand. Effort Matters." You can check it out on Instagram. And he sells T-shirts, he sells hoodies, all of that good stuff. And, man, I should have asked him for a piece.
Yeah, of course.
I might just ask him after the game for a piece.
Yeah,
Effort matters, but a really stand-up guy, Eddie Milian. He's been playing great at first base, the bullpen catcher for the Houston Astros. He has an extensive background in baseball, as well as he's a type 1 diabetic athlete, and he really ties that into his brand, having to balance keeping his blood sugar levels safe and well while playing on the field. Just a class act of a guy. Make sure to check out his brand, Effort Matters, and hopefully I can snag a T-shirt. Hopefully he has some inventory on him. If not, he knows where to send it.
I would imagine he would. As we've got a couple of changes here. We've got a new pitcher for the Aces, and that is number 11, Leroy Tavares, 23-year-old, just out of college, Texas Southern. And we also have a pinch hitter, which is Angelo Pahila. We've seen him before. He is stepping in right now for Joey Vitiello.
We have Pahila DH'd each of the first 2 games for the Killer Bees. The Aces 3 outs away from taking home the Continental Cup trophy. Pahila has had national experience. I mean, he played on the Philippines national team.
That's right.
So he's played overseas. He's faced different countries. He's represented his home country. A cool story. Wow. Wave and a miss. Tavares. Strikeout number 1.
That's a way to start.
Another sword.
Colin Jensen now steps in. Only 2 more outs here for the Killer Bees.
2 more outs to work with. The Killer Bees, a valiant effort if they do come up short. Coming over from the United States. Routine fly ball to Boyarski. 2 down in the 9th.
Another pinch hitter coming up. Andrew, Kyler Reinhardt is going to step in and hit for Evan Alexander.
Killer Bees out of the Yinzer Pro League. Since its inception in 2024, they had 4 years running of signing the most players to MLB Partner Leagues out of any indie ball league. And a lot of these players are on their way to a very bright future. There's a good mix of guys on the Killer Bees. They have veterans who can mentor younger guys. You have younger guys who just have loads of talent. I mean, Tyler Williams at 25 years old. Of course, you have Tyler Fearman, who we saw on the mound multiple times, only 20. And you have veteran guys like Tillman Pugh. As it's strike number 2, the Aces are now 1 strike away from taking home the Continental Cup.
Tavares throwing smoke.
Ring him up. And the Aces take home the Continental Cup with a series win of 2-1. Don't blink. The Aces started Game 3 down 2-0 in the winner-take-all. They scored 9 unanswered runs. We got another Bojo bomb. We also got the return of Darryl George leaving the yard with a 3-run shot. It was an all-around team effort, and you cannot forget the starting pitcher who went 5 strong, Gunnar Kynes.
Yeah, Kynes was incredible. But just in terms of this series, we just saw so many things to be excited about. You talk about the veterans who've come back, the return of Darryl George, the pitching, but the young kids, right? Bishop Warren, Hardy, Kim, Liam Puncher. We've just seen this. This is something to get excited about in the future.
Andrew Henderson and Ed Wyatt up in the booth. But here in a moment, we'll send it down to the field to our public address announcer, Tony Shebeki, for the presentation of the Continental Cup. Ed and I will be back with you momentarily after the presentation with a post-game interview with a special guest. All right, We'll send it down to the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Melbourne Aces, we'd love to thank all our members, supporters and sponsors for their support in this 3-game series for the Continental Cup. We've been treated to 3 games of fantastic baseball with plenty of home runs and spectacular pitching and fielding. The Melbourne Aces would like to thank the Killer Bees and Joe Torre, his manager, Yuta Okazaki, and coach Sip Garza, Jesse Remington, and all the players for the way they've played the game and the effort and energy they've brought to the Melbourne ballpark. We thank you all. To our Melbourne Aces, most players now 21 games into their summer season, and we're fully warmed up and ready to take on the world. New Zealand is next. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the GM of the Melbourne Aces, Justin Huber, to present the Continental Cup to our player, Aaron Whitefield. Folks, please stick around and make your way down to the dugout. The players will sign some autographs and you can have a photo with the trophy. Thanks for coming along. We'll catch you Boxing Day when we take on the New Zealand international team.
Welcome back, Aces fans, after the presentation of the Continental Cup, and we have a special guest joining us very soon. It is Morgan McCullough down on the field. Morgan, how are we feeling after taking home the Continental Cup?
Feeling great.
All right. You went 4 for 12 this series as we have some guys coming in. Can you still hear us? I know you're getting bombarded by your teammates. I'll let them all go.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, sweet. You went 4 for 12 at the plate. Your defense was just spectacular. Multiple plays, robbing hits. How are you so comfortable out there? What were you seeing all weekend long?
Well, I love playing with these guys, and I just play from my center and have fun and enjoy the experience out here. And so it's just one pitch at a time and just stay present and have a good time.
Morgan, Andrew is taking to calling you the Wizard, particularly because of your stuff in the field. Do you like that nickname, or were you looking for something else?
No, the Wizard plays. I like that.
Let's go. We got a new one.
This has been a fun series for us to call. Is it the same for you and the playing group?
Yeah, it's been really fun. They had some different players this time around, some better hitters than the series before, and so I thought it made it super competitive. And you saw it last night. They took the game, and then we came out today and were able to take the series.
Morgan, this is year 2 for you with the Aces. First full year. What's the mentality difference going into this season on what you're developing in your game?
Yeah, obviously just more comfortable out here. Last year I came out halfway through the season, so getting to play the full season Korea and then out in Australia now. So definitely more comfortable, and then just trying to help the team in any way that I can.
We talked about this on air, and I want to make sure I get the story straight. You flew in and played that night, I believe, and got a hit. Is that right?
Are you talking about last year?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, last year I came in and got a hit, yeah.
I thought so. I've been telling that story, and then I thought, did I just make this up?
No, me and Jax Fox got in at like noon that night, yeah.
That is great stuff. Well, what do you do now in the week off? We got we got Christmas coming up, and what sort of run us through what goes on in the next week or so before the next series?
Yeah, well, the weather's getting nice, so we'll go surfing tomorrow, and then kind of just hang out the rest of the week, work out, and make sure we're ready for the next bout that's coming in about 2 weeks.
That's awesome. Enjoy the waves, enjoy the lifts, enjoy the pump. Thank you so much for joining. What a great series. Thanks, Morgan.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys calling the games, and it's been super fun. I know everyone that's watching is having a good time as well, so appreciate it.
Beautiful. Thanks, Morgan.
And that will do it. What a great interview. What a great series for Morgan McCullough. Ed, it was a fun one.
Once again.
It was pretentious. We had a Game 3 winner-take-all. After Game 1, the Aces won pretty handily. You're thinking, okay, what's going to happen in Game 2? The Killer Bees stung back immediately. And we had a winner-take-all game today. It was loads of fun, but the Aces just too much power. I mean, multiple home runs today. Bojo Ulrich Bojarski was a star this weekend. Quietly, 3 home runs, homered on every single night.
He certainly was. Like I said, something for everyone. And I know I've gone on about this 2 or 3 times, but the young kids, the future of the Aces, the future of Melbourne baseball, so good to see these guys make a contribution from the grassroots, now getting their chance here on the bigger stage. I love it.
Fans, we're just getting started. This was Series 2 of the International Baseball Showdown. Series 3 is going to be something. The Australia-New Zealand Shield, the 26th, 27th, and 28th of December. So cancel all your holiday plans and be right here on Aces TV with Ed and I. I'm Andrew Henderson, of course. Thanks for joining us, everyone, whether you're in the United States, you're local. You saw some great professional baseball. The International Baseball Showdown Series number 2, the Continental Cup. The Aces take it 2-1, winning Game 3 by a final score of 9-2. Once again, it's been Andrew and Ed. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the 26th.
This broadcast is powered by Sportscast Australia.